Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. We'll get started just in a few more minutes. Bear with me. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Okay. Okay. I do want everyone just to quickly, I've done one poll just so I can find out what programs people are most interested in. Okay. Before we get started, just to let everyone know, firstly, I'll introduce myself. I'm David. I'm from the Outreach and Recruitment team here at the Lowy International School. I will begin the session by giving you an overview of Tel Aviv University, the Lowy International School, student life, and then we'll jump into more about the programs that we have here. We are recording this session just to let everyone know, because we do plan to send out the recording to everyone afterwards. There will be time at the end to do a Q&A session as well. So what we normally do is switch off the recording after the presentation before the Q&A session to allow for a more open Q&A session. If you've just joined, do pop into if you answer the poll. I just want to see what type of programs people are looking for. Okay. I think so. Most of you are looking for graduate programs, I think, unless anybody is looking for an undergraduate program. There's a few more people join in. We'll just wait one more minute and then we'll start. Okay. Okay. Co-host. Okay, I think we'll start. Okay, so most of you are looking for graduate programs, but some of you also for an undergraduate program, which you can see here. So 25% of you are looking for undergrad and 75 for graduate. That's perfect. I'll go through all options during the next session. I'll be here for the next, I think, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so let's begin. So like I said, I'm David. I'm from the recruitment and outreach team here at the Lowy International School on campus. I'll begin by playing you a quick video. I have a couple of videos I'm going to play throughout the presentation, but none are more than 1 or 2 minutes long. So let me just share this. This one, I think, just sums up the learning experience here waiting for you that we call Taoism. Now, the sound on this video is not that great, I have to say, so my apologies if you don't hear it properly. I will send out a link afterwards to the actual recording that's kept on YouTube.
Tel Aviv University International, the only place in the world where you can study Taoism. What is Taoism? Well, it's a local philosophy that says the best way to study is through experience. Understand with your head, learn with your feet. The best way to study a multicultural society is to live in one. Be ready with your elevator pitch. You never know who you'll meet on campus. If you want to learn the best marketing strategies, just go to the local market. Reading about the Startup Nation? Write your own chapter. Study literature in the place that inspired the bestseller of all time. You can't resolve a conflict until you witness one. At TAU, there is always room for more questions and 400 labs to find the answers. Come experience the wisdom of Taoism at Tel Aviv University International, where first-class education meets a second-to-none lifestyle.
Perfect. Okay, so let me just share my slide deck. If you've just joined, don't worry, we'll send out a recording afterwards. You haven't missed much. Bear with me. If anybody can't see, just let me know. Okay, so welcome to the session. So I think the Taoism just sums up our philosophy that, you study best through experience. You learn with your head, you understand with your feet, and learning happens everywhere, and sometimes when you least expect it. And that's what Taoism is all about, that you gain the most insight when you take the classroom and the real world, and you hit them hard against each other. So we call that Taoism. Oh, I've just skipped through a few slides. So this gives a good snapshot of Tel Aviv University if you don't know much about us. First of all, we're Israel's largest and most comprehensive institution of higher education. We have 30,000 total students here, and 2,500 of them are international students. They come from 100 plus countries from all over the world. You saw in the video that we have 9 faculties, 125 schools and departments, 400 labs, and each faculty has their own building and library, 1 campus, 220 acres just north of downtown Tel Aviv. So we truly are a multidisciplinary institution of academic excellence. And the students that come from 100 plus countries, they come from all over the world. Typically, maybe 40% come from North America, but the rest come from all other regions, Latin America, Europe, Asia, Australia, as well as the international community here in Tel Aviv. We're also in Tel Aviv as well, the second largest technology sector in the world, where TAU is very much the innovation hub of the startup nation. You saw in the film that we have 400 labs, 130 research institutions, 3,500 projects annually. This is a big, big institution. I won't go into all of them, but obviously, look, we're very proud of our ranking as Israel's largest and most comprehensive institution of higher education. We're the #1 choice among Israeli students. We're a top 100 innovation university by Reuters. We're ranked 5th in the world for entrepreneurship and also in the top 10 of schools producing VC-backed founders. And we are the only non-US university to make that top 10 list. So we're up there ranked alongside leading American universities like Stanford, MIT, UC Berkeley, and Harvard. We're also ranked #8 for graduates establishing unicorn companies worth $1 billion. A unicorn company is just that, a company, a startup that's worth at least $1 billion. And also 55% of the population on campus is women. 2 years ago, we set up the university's very first Equality and Diversity Commission, headed up by Professor Netta Ziv, and their remit is clear, enhance equality. Enhance equality with, to everyone on campus, academics, faculty, administrative employees, and students. So, of course, we're a leading institution, so we have strong and close links to industry. We have Remote on campus, which is a business engagement center, and they identify, nurture, and transform TAU inventions into products. We have TAU Ventures, which is an academic venture capital fund, and they run programs for early stage technologies and offer partnerships with leading companies. We have the Entrepreneurship Center on campus, run by professionals from the industry. They take an interdisciplinary approach to allow students to study entrepreneurship as part of their degree. We have Ignite by Collar, which is an entrepreneurship club from the Collar School of Management run by students for students. They do events and engage with other entrepreneurs. They share ideas and create new partnerships. We also have amazing other big events on campus every year, like Cyber Week and Artificial Intelligence Week. These really are, internationally acclaimed, unique gathering of cybersecurity or AI experts, industry leaders, startups, investors, academics, diplomats, and government officials. Usually we have about 9 to 10,000 attendees from more than 80 countries that are here on campus for the entire week. This is just a quick snapshot of some key alumni. This is a community that's very much changing the world in different fields. They are 200,000 strong with 15,000 international alumni that are making an impact in their respective fields. As I mentioned earlier, our graduates join an illustrious group of TAU alumni, creating impact and legacy across the world in different areas. There's a couple here I do want to mention. You have Professor Renate Sachi, who developed a new way to treat melanoma through a nano vaccine. We have Yotamoto Lenge, a very famous Israeli chef and author. I also mentioned earlier about our rankings in entrepreneurship and innovation in business, and you can see that reflected here with alumni from TAU working in Google, in Waze, in Facebook, and Mobileye. So, we hope that after your time with us, you'll be as successful and make an impact in your region and your area of expertise and really help fly the flag for Tel Aviv University. So, as I mentioned, we're a multidisciplinary institution of academic excellence, and our impact is felt large and wide. I said, we have 9 faculties, 125 schools and departments, and 400 labs. So we have a vast range of research and teaching fields that create unique and fascinating connections between disciplines that are not traditionally connected to each other. And that alone provides infinite possibilities for academic creativity, world-class faculty with renowned professors, students from 100 plus countries. Every year, our students perform over 300,000 hours of community service. And of course, we're based in the wonderful Mediterranean city of Tel Aviv, which we call home, which leads me onto this slide. So Tel Aviv is a pulsating city. As you can see, it's a coastal city with amazing beaches. It's Israel's cultural and commercial capital. It's been named the Mediterranean capital of cool by the New York Times. It's a non-stop city you can never stop exploring with amazing nightlife, cuisine, and cultures. It's home to over 100 sushi restaurants, home to the world's 3rd most sushi restaurants per capita, behind only Tokyo and New York. It's also the Silicon Valley of the Middle East, home to 6,000 startups within a couple of mile radius of campus. We also have one of the highest dog-to-human ratios in the world. We're home to 25,000 registered dogs and a human population
Israel
of
has
just
Tel
over...
Aviv is one of the highest dog-to-human ratios in the world.
Hello,
Tel
yes,
Aviv
it
is one of
is.
the highest dog-to-human ratios in the world.
It does, yes. That's what I just said. So we have 25,000 registered dogs and a human population of just over 400,000. Thank you. Okay, so let's just move on. Oops. Okay, so I do want to say a few things about the student life team. Outside of the academics and the wonderful programs that you'll hear about, I think the madrachim, which is the Hebrew word for guide or counselor, they're one of the next best things about coming to study with us. And they're there very much to give you a nice soft landing. So when you come to us, you're not coming to a quote foreign country. They are there on arrival day. They organize orientation. They're all Israeli students. They're all post-army doing their 1st or 2nd degree. And they work with us as student counselors and guides. They also live in the dorms with you. They're available 24/7 for any issues of support that you need. You need somebody to speak Hebrew because you've lost your bank card or your travel card. They're your go-to people. They also do social events on campus like yoga night, movie night, pizza night. They also do lots of clubs. They do chess club, learn an Arabic club. Lots of events happening literally every week here on campus. They also take you off on day trips in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and also overnight trips in the north and the south. So you'll get to experience the best Israel has to offer, and also meet all the other international students as well. And this sense of community extends through into the dorms as well. So yes, we have housing on campus. Here's some pictures of the dorms here. You can either live on your own in a studio style apartment, or you can share an apartment with someone else. They all have Wi-Fi, kitchens, everything you need is roundabout, supermarkets, coffee shops, amenities, doctor's offices, post office. They all have chill out rooms here, some social rooms and study rooms also. So very nice. I do want to also say that we welcomed JLIC on campus about a year and a half to 2 years ago, and they've made an amazing impact on campus. We have our own rabbi, Eitan Phillips, and his wife Ilana, and they live just off campus, and they host students for all kinds of events, Shabbat dinners, study sessions, holiday celebrations, community service. They really have taken that. I think the very first Shabbat dinner they did when they came here, I think about 50 or 60 students turned up. A lot of them who weren't Jewish, they wanted to experience a Shabbat dinner while they were here in Israel. So they're also here, and they're very much part of the international community here on campus. We're actually doing a session with them. I'll send it in the email on the 18th of April, myself and Eitan, to talk about religious life on campus. I'll also put this into the email afterwards as well, but I do recommend everyone to check out the scholarships and funding page on our website. That is where we list all of the scholarships that we offer, whether it's, merit-based sports scholarship for elite athletes, or specific scholarships for specific regions, like the one from Turkey, one from Ukraine. We list them all there. We also list there all of the scholarships from external organizations that we know about, like Masa. The Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs is also a very good provider of scholarships and financial aid to students. I will put this in the email to everyone afterwards, but I do recommend to check it out. And this one here, you can see this is a sports scholarship that we launched 2 years ago, Israel's very first academic scholarship for international elite athletes, up to $25,000 per year. And the idea is that you will continue with your sports, and at the same time, you will study for an academic degree, either undergrad or graduate. Okay, so that's a bit about the university from a macro level. Let's just sort of zoom in a little bit and tell you a bit more about the programs and what's here for you. So we're the Lowy International School. We're very much the hub on campus for all international programs. We have over 60 programs here in total, from a high school gap program, undergraduate programs, study abroad programs, graduate degrees, all the way up to PhD and postdoc. So you can literally come to us post-high school and matriculate your entire way throughout your higher education journey. Now, I know some of you were interested in undergraduate options, but I think most of you were looking at graduate programs. So let me just quickly mention a few things about the undergraduate options that we have here. So for post-high school graduates, we have 5 options. We have a brand new academic gap program that starts in the fall, and that's either a semester or a year program. And the idea behind that is very much for, high achievers who aspire to be the next generation of leaders in academia, diplomacy, entrepreneurship. And you'll come and you'll take classes for credit in 5 different areas. You'll see them listed here: Israel in the Middle East, Jewish peoplehood, entrepreneurship, innovation, the environment and sustainability, science and human thought. And all these courses are also supplemented by trips every week. So you'll be going to see startup companies or going to visit other institutions that are related to those classes. So the idea behind the GAP program is very much for you to, get your feet wet in academia, see what you like, and get credit for those classes, and then either continue with us to an undergraduate degree, or then take those credits somewhere else and apply them there. We then have 4 full BAs. There's a BA in liberal arts. I'll talk about that in a moment. There's a BA dual major in management in liberal arts. There's a BA in music. And there's a BA dual degree with Columbia University that's also in liberal arts. I'll just skip over this because I mentioned the LA GAP program before. I will send this out by email to everyone afterwards as well. so don't worry about taking notes. Most of the programs are currently open. So LA, the GAP program is open for applications for this coming fall. Relatively simple application process, although it's this competitive. You upload all your documentation online. You also have an interview with the program director or program coordinator. The dates is there. That's the tuition in US dollars, 14,000 for the semester only program, or 28,000 for the year program. You can also come in the fall or the spring or do the full year. It's also good if you're coming from a country that has a school year end in December. You can potentially come to us for the spring semester, do the spring semester, and then start a university degree somewhere, either with us in the fall or somewhere else. Okay, so we have 4 full BAs. We have a BA in Liberal Arts, which is a 3-year program. We have the BA dual degree with Columbia, which is a 4-year program. This program is unique in that you spend 2 years at Tel Aviv University and then transfer to Columbia and do the final 2 years at Columbia. So although it's a 4-year program, at the end of the 4 years, you get 2 BAs, one from Tel Aviv University and one from Columbia University in New York. We have the BA in Management and Liberal Arts, the dual major that we launched 2 years ago. And that's very much for future entrepreneurs and business people. And that's a 3-year program. And then we have the BA in Music, which is a 4-year program at the Buchmann Meta School of Music. Now, in terms of tuition, just going from the left to the right, so the BA in Liberal Arts is $15,500 US dollars per year, not including dorms or housing or food. The dual degree with Columbia is $15,500 per year at Tel Aviv University. And then when you go to Columbia, you pay Columbia's tuition, which at the moment is about $64,000 US dollars per year. The BA in Management and Liberal Arts is $17,500 US dollars per year. And then the BA in Music is unique because that is a tuition-free program. There's no tuition to pay. They actually give a stipend to successful students. But that program is very competitive, and they really are looking for talented musicians, young musicians, and those that can play an instrument and can play it very well. Because it's a professional orchestral training program. You'll have intensive practical training opportunities with the Israeli Philharmonic Orchestra, who are actually doing some live streaming of their practice rehearsals, I think, on Tuesday and Wednesday, which will be quite amazing. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just run through the undergraduate programs because most of you are looking for the graduate programs. But this is just a quick overview of the BA in Management and Liberal Arts. I do want to say that I mentioned earlier about the campus. You know, we have thousands and thousands of startups and our own entrepreneurship center and 2 venture films on campus that very much make Tel Aviv University a unique setting to come and study, to become a business person or entrepreneurship. And it's very difficult to compete with that anywhere else in the world. You know, this program, BA in Management and Liberal Arts, is for future entrepreneurs and business people. And it's also an experience that is 360 degrees and is, you know, considered and caters to students' academic and personal needs. So you'll see here, you know, it's a 3-year program. In the first year, you're building blocks, you know, foundation. You'll do courses in liberal arts and a few in management. You'll see them listed here, you know, from Pythagoras to Google, business economics, organizational behavior. That last class, organizational behavior, is actually being live streamed on Tuesday as well. I'll put a link in the email afterwards, so do sign up for that. And then in the second year, you'll choose 2 tracks in liberal arts, one of 2 of these 8 tracks here. Allows you to focus more. And then in year 3, we call it the year of making it happen. This is, you know, you also have the opportunity to do a study abroad semester. It's optional, it's not mandatory. But this is the time where you'll start to be involved in finding an internship and mentoring and really specializing in management and innovation. I won't say much about this because I covered a lot of this before. As I mentioned, we have these amazing, you know, firms on campus. There's so many startups located within 2 kilometers from campus. There's weekly networking opportunities and lectures. So they try to give you all of the tools and the ecosystem that you need to succeed, to be successful, to find an internship. They really do give you all of that. I mentioned the scholarships and also the tuition is here and the requirements there. Everything you do it online. Luckily, for most of the programs, undergraduate programs, the SATs are optional. I will send this out by email afterwards, so you don't need to worry about writing down Louise's contact details. And then we have the BA in Liberal Arts, which is a 3-year program. So you'll pick your major and minor from one of these 8 tracks, one of these 8 different areas. You can see them here: entrepreneurship, life sciences as well, philosophy, psychology, Jewish and Israel studies, Middle Eastern studies. So lots of options. They'll also meet with you at the beginning of the semesters and just make sure that, academic advisors, that, your schedule is okay. It's not too tight. It's just perfect. I'm just going to just skip over that because of time. So similar to the other BA, in this BA, the first year you focus on the core curriculum. You'll take core classes. You'll also take classes from your chosen tracks, your major and minor. Then again, in your second year, you'll deepen your knowledge in your major and minor. And in the third year, you again will continue. You'll also take seminar courses in your major and minor. And at the end of the 3 years, you'll have a BA in liberal arts from Tel Aviv University. Okay, I'm just going to quickly skip over this and also this. And then we have the dual degree with Columbia. So the first years you spend with us, the years 1 and 2, you follow the same curriculum as the BA in liberal arts. So you'll see on the left-hand side that list. You'll take your major and minor from those lists. Once you then transfer to Columbia in years 3 and 4, you'll then pick a major and minor from their list. I have to say they also have an extensive option at Columbia. It's at the School of General Studies. You have a list of about 70 different options you can major and minor in. And also what you take with us here, you can also, it doesn't restrict you in any way to what you major and minor in at Columbia. You can major and minor in something here and something completely different at Columbia. So just a quick note about the accreditation system. So what this enables you to graduate after 4 years with 2 BAs, one from Tel Aviv University and one from Columbia. And this is because of the unique accreditation system. So we recognize their credits, Columbia recognizes our credits, and that allows you to then graduate with 2 BAs, one from TAU and one from Columbia University from the School of General Studies. Now, if you're looking to start for this year, for 2024, 2025, they actually close for applications in January. They typically open very early in August, but then close usually about the 1st or 2nd of January. So they'll open this August for admission in the fall 2025. It's a similar application process. You do all of this via Columbia. So they manage the admissions. We're also involved in the admission process with interviews. They also do online info sessions as well. Lastly, just about the BA in music. This is a great program. It's a 4-year program, and it's really for talented musicians and those that play an instrument and can play it very well, because like I said, you get the chance to perform and to rehearse with the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra. You also have master classes. It's really an amazing, amazing program, but very competitive. I think they take a small number of students every year. And they are open for applications until May. Study abroad. So if any of you are current undergraduate students at university, you can come to us for the semester or the year, and you take classes in different areas, and you get credit for those classes, and then go back to your home university after the semester. So you can come and do our general study abroad program and then take classes in different areas. We also have a couple of specialized options in entrepreneurship, innovation in business, and also law. There's also the exchange program, which functions similar to study abroad, but it is a bit different, where you come and you take classes. You're nominated by your home university to come to us and take classes. Also, listen, we have language programs here as well. So, of course, we have Hebrew throughout the semesters and also intensive Hebrew Ulpans in the summer. We also have academic English in the summer as well for those who want to, improve their academic English. We have 4 credit classes in reading and writing. and listening and speaking. That's also great for you who come from non-native English speaking countries, because you need to provide proof of English proficiency, usually through IELTS or TOEFL. And if you don't have that, or you don't have a high enough level, then you can come and do our summer academic English course. And as long as you pass that course, that will then meet the requirements to study one of the international programs. Okay, so jumping into the graduate programs. So we have, one grad program, 4 undergraduate programs. There's also study abroad. And then we have 20 graduate programs. They're not all listed on this one sheet, but we have them here across lots of different faculties. We have a brand new program for 2024, which is the Jewish Studies MA. We have programs in archaeology, social sciences like conflict resolution, environmental studies, security and diplomacy, sustainable development, cyber policy, politics and government, programs in climate change, disaster management and public health. The actual Jewish Studies MA, that's just about to open for this year, for 2024. And that's a brand new program, a collaboration with the Correct Center for Jewish Civilization and also the Goethe University in Frankfurt. So that's an exciting and innovative perspective on Judaism in the 21st century. That's not yet up on our website, but that will be up hopefully within the next week or two. Oops. And then obviously we also have other new programs for this year. We have MScs in biomedical engineering and environmental engineering. They also have sessions. All of our graduate programs also have sessions today and tomorrow. So if you are interested in any of these particular courses, I do recommend to sign up for one of those sessions. We have, MScs in the life sciences, in exact sciences. We have an LLM program. We have the Sophia Global MBA program. And also the music program that I mentioned, the BA in music, that's also offered at the MA level as well. So I am going to actually play you a quick video just from the Sophia Global MBA program, which is a wonderful program. Let me just open this. Okay, so this is, let me open it. This is Jackie Goren, who is the head of the Global Sophia Global MBA program.
My name is Jackie Goren, and I'm the head of the SOFR Global MBA program. The main areas that I'm interested in are management consulting and impact investment. So what do I like about the program? So first of all, I like the students. I think we have an amazing group of students coming from all over the world. It's a very intimate program, 35 to 40 students that we pick, each one of them. I also like the fact that the program is a hands-on program. So it's not just about, sitting in class and learning stuff, but we also have a lot of projects, reaching out, being entrepreneurial. It's mainly about becoming an entrepreneur during this year that they spend here with us. So what do I want students to take away? First of all, I think friendship, love to Israel. I also want them to become business people that are not just thinking about maximizing profit, but also thinking about our planet and social issues that are around us. And when they're becoming entrepreneurs, to think and look at these problems as the main issues that they want to solve, and not necessarily, how to become just unicorns and make a lot of money. So students that are applying, first of all, it's a very short program. Within a year, you're getting your MBA, which is, I don't think there's anywhere else in the world that you can do that, which means very intense, hard work. So be prepared, to work hard. And we encourage you, go out of your comfort zone. I think that this is the main experience that you will have here, and I think it's an amazing experience.
Okay. So the actual program, the Sophia Global MBA, they have a session today at 5 p.m. If anybody is interested, let me just pop that into the chat so you can sign up. The session for them today will also include meeting students as well. Let me put it there. Okay, so one more video, last one. This one is from the MA in Conflict Resolution and Mediation. Let me just... bear with me. Hi.
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 Tel Aviv University is one of the top research institutes in Israel.
One of the most fascinating places in terms of conflict management, where you can relate practice and theory at the same time.
Tel Aviv is in the heart of Middle East, so it has a lot of character and culture to it, and you genuinely get to study from all the different sides.
You'll study from world-renowned practitioners and scholars in the field.
I really enjoy that I get the opportunity not to just approach things from a theoretical perspective. I also get to learn to apply them practically.
People come from all over the world. That means that everybody brings their own knowledge and their own background into the class.
We have people from diplomacy backgrounds, legal backgrounds, backgrounds in literature and the arts, and it makes for a really fascinating group of people to learn about this conflict with.
To learn to analyze a conflict from a variety of standpoints, be it international law, international relations, political science, negotiations, religion.
The lecturers have not only experience in teaching and researching about conflict, but also in practicing. I think that's what makes the whole difference.
Religious approaches to conflict, political approaches to conflict. You also have experiences in international law.
Negotiation skills, because it reshaped the way I thought of how to negotiate with other people, especially if they come from different cultural backgrounds.
So the course has a strong component of connecting theory and practice, and thus the students are equipped with the necessary skills to analyze problems and also to bring change in society.
Well, if you want to learn conflict resolution, Israel's the best place to do it.
Okay. So that's just a sort of quick snapshot of the graduate programs that we have here. Like I said, we have 20 options across most faculties, across most schools and departments. They all have sessions either today or tomorrow at the virtual week. So I do recommend for you to sign up to any program that particularly catches your eye or looks interesting. So also PhD, I don't think anybody here is looking to do a PhD, but obviously if you are, we have, wonderful options here, extensive opportunities to conduct cutting edge research. Typically they last between 3 to 5 years. The contact information is here. We also have on our website a list, a database of all of the current open research opportunities on campus. Oops. And also, if you come and do a graduate program or a PhD on a student visa, typically you're not allowed to work, but you are able to work part-time during your studies and also work in Israel for up to 5 years after your degree, if you are working for a high-tech company in these specific fields: electrical engineering, information systems engineering, data science, computer science, physics, and medicine, etc. And that's it. So I'm going to actually switch off the recording now. I'm happy to answer any questions anybody has.